folks! Welcome to Health Tips, where we believe your health is your life and hence should always be your utmost priority. Today is all about that one food that is salty, tasty, rich, and delicious. Any guesses? Well, it's bacon. Bacon is processed meat and is made from pork and adds flavor to any meal. Americans especially love bacon and add it to everything, including eggs, sandwiches, burgers, and even bake it into donuts. Today in this video, the discussion helps us to decide if bacon holds the reputation of being healthy or not. We will look at the pros and cons of consuming bacon and share how this meat can be included as part of a healthy diet. For some who would like to quit eating bacon altogether, we'll also deep dive and touch upon the bacon alternatives for you. So today, we ask, is bacon healthy? Let us first look at the positive aspects in making bacon a part of your diet. Number 1. Contains high protein and low carbohydrates. Bacon is an ideal food for a keto-friendly low-carb breakfast. The carbs in bacon are less than 1 gram per serving, and they fit well as a high-protein food source. Research has found that eating fewer carbohydrates increases the number of calories you burn. When you're on a low-carb diet, it's okay to eat some moderate amount of bacon. If one wants to have bacon, one must know how to procure and prepare it in a healthy way too. Bacon should be bought locally and no artificial ingredients should be added. Low-carb, high-protein foods aid in muscle building and weight loss, though fatty bacon can be less useful for the latter. One can also switch to turkey bacon, which is lower in fat and cholesterol. Bacon and eggs for breakfast 2 to 3 times a week can form a good maintenance plan in maintaining weight. Research at the University of Missouri suggested that a high-protein breakfast is an important factor in maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Heather Lady, assistant professor at the Department of Nutrition and Exercise Physiology, has said that those participants who ate a high-protein breakfast, 35 grams of protein, voluntarily ate less throughout the day than those who ate a breakfast with a typical amount of protein, 13 grams of protein, or those who usually skipped breakfast. In fact, they consumed 400 fewer calories over the course of a day. They also lost body fat, had more stable glucose levels, and reported feelings of hunger less frequently than the other two groups. Number 2. Full of potassium and B vitamins and salts. High potassium foods are an essential part of any balanced diet. The mineral helps regulate your body's fluid levels, aids in muscular function and waste removal, and keeps your nervous system functioning properly. Research shows that potassium reduces blood pressure in people with hypertension and may lower the risk for stroke. Bacon contains some essential micronutrients, including potassium, which supports bone health, heart health, muscle strength, and prevents high blood pressure. You can also find over 50% of the recommended daily amount of 2 essential minerals in bacon: selenium and phosphorus. These minerals are crucial antioxidants and bone strengtheners. This cured meat is also a fantastic source of a range of B vitamins, including B1, B2, B3, B12, B5, and B6, supporting everything from cellular production to brain function and energy levels. There are some people who don't get enough salt in their diet, like athletes who sweat out so much that all salt is lost and there's electrolyte imbalance. In such cases, high-sodium foods like bacon help in their diet. Also, interestingly, bacon and other greasy foods have often been used as home remedies to help with hangovers. Number 3. Contains healthy fats. Bacon contains quite a bit of fat, but 50% of it is monounsaturated and a large part of it is oleic acid, the same fatty acid for which olive oil gets the praise for being heart healthy. So much of the fat in bacon is relatively healthy. However, another significant portion of bacon's fat is saturated. In the end, the health effects of saturated fat may depend on the type of saturated fat, the dietary context, and people's overall lifestyle. And also, one must not be overly concerned about this fat in bacon because a regular serving of bacon is relatively small. The American Heart Association recommends limiting saturated fat to less than 7% of your total calories. That's less than 16 daily grams of saturated fat for someone eating 2,000 calories a day. So under those guidelines, it might seem sensible to occasionally enjoy a small amount of bacon. High levels of fat, cholesterol, and sodium can be a health benefit to people with certain medical conditions too. Everyone needs some fat in their diets. Fats are important in young children as it helps with brain development in early childhood. Now let's flip over and look at the negative aspects of including bacon in a healthy diet. Number 1. Bacon is processed meat. Bacon refers to specifically cured meat from the belly of a pig. Curing and smoking are ways to preserve the meat and also contribute to the characteristic taste of bacon and gets its red color. Since it goes through heavy processing like curing, smoking, salting, and sugaring, it falls into the category of processed meat. This processed meat has longer shelf life than fresh pork. The amount of processing and the ingredients used vary from different manufacturers. Many researchers have concluded that regular consumption of processed meats may lead to higher risk for prostate cancer and also several other cancers. Bacon is also considered as red meat, and no amount of processed meat is considered safe to eat, according to the American Institute for Cancer Research. Number 2. Bacon contains a lot of fat. It's not surprising to learn that 68% of bacon's calories come from fat, almost half of which is saturated. Each ounce of bacon contributes 30 milligrams of cholesterol. Eating foods rich in saturated fats can raise your cholesterol levels, increasing your risk of heart disease and stroke. 2 slices of cooked bacon contain 70 calories and 2 grams of saturated fat. Number 3. Bacon is high in salt. When bacon is cured with salt or brine, it's higher in salt than some other foods. Excessive salt intake may also raise blood pressure in people with salt sensitivity. Researchers from campaign group Action on Salt at Queen Mary University of London found some bacon contains 2.84 grams of salt in just 2 rashers. With 171 bacon products surveyed, 86% have salt concentration equal or greater than seawater. This is well above the daily salt target set by Public Health England and has prompted the group to call on the government to set mandatory salt targets for the food industry or face fines. Bacon is reportedly the second biggest contributor to salt in the UK diet, after bread, according to Action on Salt. Number 4. Bacon contains additives. Well, processed meat also contains additives like nitrates and nitrites. Nitrates and nitrites are essential compounds, but they can become hazardous if they form nitrosamines. The problem with these additives is that high heat cooking causes them to form nitrosamines, which are known carcinogens. Bacon contains much less nitrosamine than it did in the past, but scientists are still concerned that a high intake may increase the risk of cancer. Sodium nitrate, which is used as a preservative for this processed meat, carry the risk of damaging blood vessels and making the arteries to harden and narrow. Well, in view of the pros and cons of consuming bacon, it's vital for everyone to consume bacon in moderation to reap the health benefits. And if you're at a point considering other alternatives that can give a similar taste of cured meat like bacon, then turkey bacon can be a wise option. Turkey bacon is much lower in calories and fat than regular bacon. If you've become a vegan and loved bacon before the switch, you can use alternative store-bought vegan bacon or make your own out of marinated tempeh, tofu, or seitan. These options are still high protein, but contain almost no fat and yet give you the post-bacon fullness. The healthiest way to make bacon is to pan-fry it until crispy, so that most of the fat melts off it. You must never burn it, else there will be an increase in the carcinogen consumption. Also, drain the bacon slice well to reduce the fat and calories. After you cook bacon, place it on some paper towels to drain, as that takes away extra melted fat. Pair your bacon with healthy vegetables and other nutritious ingredients to take off your guilt of having your favorite bacon. All in all, the bottom line on whether consumption of bacon is good or bad depends on your indulgence. What is the portion size you're consuming and how often? Cut back on other processed foods if your love for bacon is indispensable. Exercising, keeping fit, and making your own choice in food consumption holds a lot in being healthy. Do check out our other videos and keep following Health Tips for a healthy lifestyle with us. Always remember, your health, your life, your priority. See you!